In the ever-changing world of politics, alliances can be as unpredictable as the weather. Imagine a pair, a duo so close they could weather any political storm that came their way. That was the perception of the relationship between Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani. They were akin to the proverbial hand and glove, a combination that seemed invincible until it wasn't. In the very heart of this political awakening, an unexpected event unfolded. A snub, a cold shoulder if you will, from none other than Donald Trump himself towards his staunch ally, Rudy Giuliani. Now, this wasn't just any snub. This was a snub that sent shockwaves through the political landscape, leaving allies and adversaries alike scratching their heads in disbelief. To truly appreciate the gravity of this snub, one must look into the archives of their relationship. A camaraderie that was, until recently, considered unshakable. From the early days of their alliance, Trump and Giuliani seemed to be cut from the same cloth. They shared a common vision, a shared understanding of the political landscape, and a mutual respect with one another. They were an inseparable duo, steadfast in their resolve, unwavering in their loyalty. But as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. And so it was with the Trump-Giuliani alliance. The snub, when it came, was not a mere whisper in the wind. It was a loud, resounding echo that marked a significant shift in their relationship. It was a moment that left everyone from political pundits to the average Joe on the street asking the same question. What happened? An alliance that was once perceived as rock solid had started to show cracks. The snub was a clear indication of a rift, a chasm that had started to widen. The political landscape had shifted, and the once invincible duo was no longer what it used to be. This unexpected snub marked a significant shift in their relationship, leaving everyone asking, what happened? Trump and Giuliani, once an inseparable duo, were known for their unshakable alliance. A bond forged in the crucible of ambition, power, and shared goals. This was a partnership that was more than just a political convenience. It was a testament to their mutual understanding and shared ideologies. Let's travel back in time to the turn of the millennium. Donald Trump, a real estate mogul and reality TV star, and Rudy Giuliani, a seasoned politician and the mayor of New York City, were two figures who dominated their respective spheres. From the outset, they seemed to be cut from the same cloth. Both were tough, no-nonsense personalities who were unafraid to ruffle feathers in pursuit of their vision. Their paths crossed numerous times over the years, but it was during the presidential campaign of 2016 that their alliance truly solidified. Giuliani became a vocal advocate for Trump, defending him in the media and offering his legal expertise. In return, Trump valued Giuliani's counsel and his ability to navigate the choppy waters of politics. Together, they faced a sea of controversies and triumphs. From the tumultuous election campaign to the eventual presidential win, from the stormy early days of the presidency to the impeachment proceedings, through it all, they stood shoulder to shoulder, weathering the storm. Their collaboration was not just about political strategy. They shared a worldview, a vision for America that was driven by their own interpretations of what it meant to be great. They believed in a strong, assertive America, a nation that was unapologetic about its power and its place in the world. Their vision was controversial, divisive even, but it was theirs, and they pursued it with all their might. Their camaraderie had been a political constant until it wasn't. As with all alliances, there were cracks beneath the surface, fissures that would eventually widen into chasms, but that is a story for another time. For now, let us remember them as they were. Trump and Giuliani, the indomitable duo, a partnership that shook the political landscape of America. The unraveling of this political alliance was as dramatic as its inception. It was a slow burn, a gradual descent into discord that few could have predicted. The initial signs of their deteriorating relationship were subtle, almost imperceptible. It started with a shift in tone, a slight edge in public statements, a restrained enthusiasm in their joint appearances. Snippets of disagreement started to leak into the public sphere, hinting at a deeper discord. The once inseparable duo was beginning to show cracks, and the world was watching with bated breath. The reasons behind Trump's snub of Giuliani were not immediately apparent, but the signs were there for those who knew where to look. The whispers of disagreement turned into public feuds, and the media was all too eager to fan the flames. It was a tale of two personalities, both larger than life, colliding and eventually clashing. The tension between them was noticeable, and it was clear that the bond that once held them together was fraying at the edges. It was a classic case of political alliances gone awry, a testament to the fragile nature of such relationships. Trump's snub of Giuliani was not an isolated incident, but the culmination of a series of events. It was a power play, a strategic move in the complex game of politics. They were two men who had once stood together, now standing at odds. It was a reminder of the transient nature of political alliances, the flow of power and influence. The unravelling was not overnight, but a gradual process that played out in the public eye. It was a spectacle, a drama that unfolded in real time, capturing the attention of the world. And in the end, it was not a question of if, but when. The seeds of discord were sown, leading to the inevitable fallout. The fallout was as public as their alliance, leaving the political world in a state of intrigue and speculation. The crumbling of the once indomitable duo, Trump and Giuliani, was a spectacle that unfolded under the glaring spotlight of public scrutiny. Their alliance was once seen as unshakable, a partnership that could weather any storm. But when the ties began to unravel, the fallout was as explosive as the fireworks of their initial union. The political landscape was left reeling, trying to make sense of the seismic shift. Their allies, once staunch defenders of the duo's tight-knit alliance, were left grappling with the shockwaves. They had been in the trenches with them, fighting side by side, believing in their shared vision. The sudden schism left them questioning the very foundations of their loyalty. On the other hand, their opponents were quick to seize the moment. They revelled in the public fallout, using it to fuel their own political narratives. The breakup was seen as a window of opportunity, a chance to exploit the cracks in their adversary's armour. The public reaction was a mix of shock, disbelief and, for some, a sense of vindication. The duo, who had once been celebrated as political powerhouses, were now seen as figures of controversy. The fallout, splashed across headlines and dissected in late-night talk shows, sparked a flurry of debates, discussions, and speculative narratives. The crumbling of the alliance was not just a personal setback for Trump and Giuliani. It was a political earthquake that sent ripples across their political landscape. It questioned the stability of alliances, the resilience of shared visions, and the fragility of political partnerships. The fallout marked an end of an era, leaving a void in their political landscape. The once inseparable duo was no more. Their alliance, once a towering monument in their political landscape, was now a crumbling relic of the past. The fallout was more than just a personal disagreement. It was a seismic shift that marked the end of an era. In the aftermath of the fallout, the political landscape was left forever changed. The aftermath of such a significant fallout had far-reaching ramifications, not only for the individuals involved, but for the political landscape as a whole. The once inseparable duo, who had stood shoulder to shoulder in the face of adversity, found themselves in a new reality, one where they were no longer allies, but adversaries. The fallout had a profound impact on their individual political careers. For one, it marked the end of an era and the beginning of a period of introspection and recalibration. The once steadfast ally found himself on the receiving end of a snub, a public dismissal that resonated across the political spectrum. The snub was not just a personal blow, but a professional one, altering the trajectory of a career that had been built on loyalty and steadfastness. On the other hand, the initiator of the snub, seemingly unfazed by the fallout, continued to navigate the political terrain with his characteristic bravado. However, the absence of his once trusted ally left a noticeable void, one that could not be easily filled. The snub, while intended as a show of strength, inadvertently revealed a vulnerability, a chink in the armour that opponents were quick to exploit. The broader political landscape also felt the ripple effects of this fallout. It served as a stark reminder of the transient nature of political alliances, of how quickly they can shift and change, often leaving a trail of collateral damage in their wake. It exposed the fault lines within political circles, sparking debates and discussions about loyalty, allegiance, and the price of ambition. The aftermath of this fallout also highlighted the role of the public in shaping political narratives. The public, once passive spectators, were now active participants, their voices amplified by the power of social media. They dissected the fallout, analysed the snub, and speculated on the future, their reactions influencing the narrative and, in turn, the political landscape. The aftermath of this fallout is a testament to the unpredictability of political alliances. In every political event, there are lessons to be learned. Our journey through this narrative has been one of intrigue, suspense, and revelation. In The Snub of Rudy Giuliani by Donald Trump, we are reminded of the transient nature of political alliances. These alliances, while often appearing solid, can change as quickly as the wind on a stormy day. The first lesson, then, is about loyalty. Loyalty in politics is a must, a delicate balance between personal interests and the greater good. As we've seen, even the most indomitable of duos can unravel when the stakes are high. Giuliani and Trump's alliance was seemingly unbreakable, but when pressures mounted, the bond cracked. It's a stark reminder that loyalty in politics can be as fleeting as a campaign promise. The second lesson is about the unpredictable nature of politics. No one could have foreseen the snub, the fallout, the aftermath. It all unfolded like a dramatic play, with each act more surprising than the last. It underscores the fact that politics is not a game of certainty, it's a game of chance, a game of strategy, and ultimately, a game of survival. Lastly, we learn about the importance of reputation and standing. When alliances break, reputations are often on the line. In the fallout, we saw how quickly a towering figure can tumble, how swiftly a trusted ally can become an outcast. This is a sobering reminder that in politics, one's standing is never guaranteed. So as we reflect on the lessons learned from this unexpected snub, let us remember that political alliances are not set in stone. They are fluid, changeable, and sometimes they can be broken. As we continue to navigate the ever-changing political landscape, these lessons serve as a reminder of the transient nature of political alliances. The story of Trump and Giuliani's alliance and subsequent fallout is a fascinating tale of political drama. In this political theatre, few threads have been as enthralling and perplexing as the relationship between Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani. A tale of friendship, loyalty, and ultimately, disillusionment. Their story serves as a compelling narrative of the highs and lows of political alliances. As we've journeyed through their saga, we've witnessed the formation of an indomitable duo. We saw Trump, the business tycoon turned political powerhouse, and Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City turned personal lawyer, unite in a bond that seemed forged in the fires of mutual ambition and shared objectives. But as the saying goes, every rose has its thorns. This alliance, as strong as it appeared, began to unravel. The strains of political pressure, the weight of legal challenges, and the glare of public scrutiny began to wear down the once steadfast bond. The unexpected snub, the fallout, and the aftermath all played out under the relentless spotlight of the media, adding fuel to the fire of a friendship that was slowly disintegrating. The lessons learned from this saga are numerous. In the fickle world of politics, alliances are often formed out of necessity rather than genuine camaraderie. Loyalties can shift as swiftly as the political winds, and even the strongest of bonds can be tested and fractured under the intense pressure of public office. This tale also serves as a reminder of the power of perception. In the public eye, Giuliani went from being a respected figure at the helm of New York City's leadership to a controversial character caught in the web of Trump's presidency. And Trump, in turn, went from praising Giuliani as a trusted confidant to distancing himself from the very same man. As we conclude this exploration of their alliance, it's crucial to remember that, in the end, the personal and political are often deeply entwined in the world of politics. The Trump-Giuliani narrative stands as a prime instance of this complex interplay, continuously moulding and impacting the political sphere. In the world of politics, alliances can be strong, but as this tale has shown us, they can also be as fleeting as the wind.